the sniffer.
Yeah! Good. And we already have a
Sniffer.
Just think of an alternative name.
Welcome to episode 8, Surviving with Create and More. I've been busy. Been fighting the weather. Getting creative flight thanks to the weather. Should make some kind of sound. Pop this into a tinkering table with your chest plate. Pull the chest plate out. Folks, we got it. And building the coolest building I've ever made. Started putting in a railroad path with a couple of bridges. But the problem is I don't have any railroad tracks yet. And that's why I made this. This is going to be our Create Mod barn. And inside here, we're going to automate all the things using the Create Mod. It's a blank slate right now. I have one process set up. And down here, I'm smelting, I'm campfiring, I'm sulfiring, and I'm washing Create things, sending them back to the refined storage system. But we need to set up an automation to make railroad tracks. And in order to make them, we got to start with iron. We're going to use Create Mod to get iron. It told me I say iron funny. Wait till we get to the aluminum. All right, I got the iron figured out. Down here in the basement, we're going to make iron. And it starts with cobblestone. I'm using igneous extruders. In the past, I've done this vanilla style with mechanical drills to break the blocks, but it's very non-performant. So I have 10 igneous extruders. They're making cobblestone. Lava, water, they make cobblestone. Feeding the cobblestone, I'm going to add pipes here, feed it into these drawers up here. And they're going to store the cobblestone until it reaches a stack of 64. I got brass funnels here, set all the filters to 64. And when it hits 64 in the box, it'll dump it out of the funnel, into the chute, into the 10 sets of crushing wheels that I have here. That's going to turn it into gravel. Gravel's going to run along this belt, boom, chute right into this storage drawer. And then down here, we're going to put fans. I got 9 fans. I can't get out of here now. GG. Like I said, we got 9 fans. They're all blowing up. Perfect. And then we can take some water and fill this area with water. Let's not get stuck in the corner again. Now they're all blowing water to wash the blocks. Perfect. Now we just got to add a belt here. Run it across to there. Boom. We're going to pull the gravel out of here. It's going to run along this belt. And then inside this funnel, I have a filter. And in here, if you wash gravel, you get flint and iron nuggets. So we're setting this filter to flint and iron nuggets are only allowed to pass through there. It goes through these 2 tunnels. And this is splitting them. Iron nuggets will go to this way. Flint goes this way. Boom, they get stored in these drawers. And I have external storage buses hooked to my refined storage system for both of these. We're going to take the iron nuggets upstairs and we're going to make our train tracks up there. Now let me set these pipes up. You don't want to watch that. And the last thing we got to do is put a funnel here to pull the gravel out. Boom, it's going to wash. Hopefully stop there until it's done washing. And it's going to turn it, boom, iron and flint. But you get a 25% chance of flint and a 12% chance of iron nuggets. So that's why I set up 10 sets of crushing wheels. And this should crank out enough iron to make railroad tracks for us. Train tracks, rather. And the last thing I want to do is up this to 64. So it only pulls out a stack at a time. That way we're not washing one block of gravel at a time. We're doing it efficiently. It'll store in here until it hits 64. Boom, pull out, wash it, turn it into iron, nuggets, and the flint that we need. Now let me set these pipes up. We should be making gravel. Indeed we are. We should be washing gravel. Indeed we are. And I think we got a pretty good system set up for making iron nuggets. And the last thing we got to do down here is I added a speed controller over here. So we can now crank this to oblivion. And this thing should produce a lot faster. It'll crush the gravel or the cobble and turn it into gravel a lot faster. Let's head upstairs. Over here, we're making train tracks. I have 2 deployers, and in the filter slot of the deployer, I have iron nuggets. Boom, boom, and then a mechanical press. And up above the deployers, I have exporters set to export iron nuggets from the refined storage system that we're getting in the basement. If you take a stone slab, and we put a stone slab on this belt, boom, it turns it into a railroad. Train track, rather. Where did that go? There's a chute below here. That chute is connected to an importer, and I have 4 speed upgrades in here so that we can mass produce and mass pull out train tracks back to our refined storage system. Now, the last thing I got to do, now that we have a train track in the system, is make a pattern for train tracks. So let me pull this out of here. Boom, we got train track, and we need 1 stone slab. And if I go to a pattern grid, we're going to be in processing. We're going to tell it 1 stone slab equals 1 train track. Boom, make that pattern. And if we head back over to this little setup here, underneath this belt, I have a crafter. And in this crafter, we're going to put the pattern for the train track that we just made. Now, I don't know how many iron nuggets we already have because we just set that up. But I feel like I can order at least 10 of these for now. Let's just do a stack. 64. And what'll happen is the stone slabs will sit there and wait on iron nuggets if we don't have enough to make a stack right now as far as nuggets are concerned. But I think we got a pretty good setup for making train tracks now. Hopefully this all makes sense. Let's head back over to the shack before we wrap up this video, and I can show you how I'm keeping stone slabs in stock. And really the only thing that's going to slow us down in producing mass amounts of train tracks is the iron nugget situation. And that's just going to take time to build up over there. I'm going to let that run for a little while. But the stone slabs is simple. I have iron crafters set up to my original refined storage system. In here there's a pattern, 3 stone blocks make 6 stone slabs. And in the basement where I have all my storage set up, I have igneous extruders making everything that they can make. This one is making stone, boom, and we're just storing the stone in storage drawers that's connected to the refined storage system. And now we can start laying train tracks, and I think it's time to wrap up this video. Folks, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have fun, and peace! Oh, and by the way, when they announced the sniffer is when I started working on this video, hence the opening.